Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished. We're using the MegaMod in our town of George. This is the co-op series between Nightghost49, Vaypah Gaming, and myself. And where do we start this episode? Let's get this game going, get all the smoke flowing. Get all the little chimneys in there. There are lots of neat little details in this game. I am so impressed with it. Now, if we can make the trees move in the wind, why can't we make more animated models? I mean, smoke works. Wind works. You'd think we'd be able to make a paddle wheel turn. I don't know. There's got to be some way to make that happen. That would just kind of finish off the game, kind of the last touch of just making it right. Anyway, this area over here is kind of where I finished last time, and this guy desperately needs to go away. There was supposed to, the intention was to put in the material warehouse here, and it would gather all the glassware, pottery, I assume, unless that is a dry good. I think that's a material. Furnace fuels, all the stuff that basically the building supplier and the homeware supplier would need. So they would dump it all off right here, they would use it, and off it would go. So that was the intention here. Let's get that going. Delete you. We've got one over here, which has to go away now because I really need them to dump everything over here, so that these guys are just walking right out the door and getting what they need. We want definitely more clay and sand. We could buy it. Oh, we've got a teacher waiting for us over here. Let's do that. And let's go look at that again. That is this little schoolhouse right here. That is a neat little building. Just does the job. Don't know what the quantity is going to be. It seems like it didn't say. What would that be? Here, there. Colonial did not say. The other one did say 12. I'm hoping this one is more. We already have a 12 right here, and it's maxed out. The question is whether we delete this to go into here or just leave it alone. Probably just leave it alone. Merchant arrived. I'm going to deal with trading places today. Let's see here. But what I was going to say is we want more of the clay and sand. What I'm thinking about, I want to leave this available in case Vaypah wants to incorporate that somehow into Martha's area. You know, he wants to put ships in here, you know, give her own private dock, which means we've got to find some way to open this up, and probably some way to open up this, a little canal right in there, and the ships can then take the river, and off they go. So, the question is whether or not this ever needs to be opened up, whether we want to kind of make an inland harbor in here of some kind. So I don't want to just throw docks across here, but I'd like to use this for shore houses and a clay pit. Rexcelsior had mentioned that the let's see, I want to go here. The roofing tiles are made out of Red Ketchup's kiln. Let me figure out where I just saw that. Now it's gone. It's not there, is it? That is his stuff. Okay, right there. So the kiln is right here. Right there. So I want to build that soon and see if it does do what he's talking about, or if there's something else here that I've missed. But I don't want to stick one more angry red circle over here. In fact, I'm thinking about thinning a little bit of this out and shoving it back a little bit and getting it out of the farming area, and maybe even adding one more farm right there and a farmhouse right here and start the industry at this point. Just kind of make a little more of a buffer and push industry a little further away from the look of the town right here. Just kind of gets dark and dirty awfully quick. So I'm thinking about leaving the blacksmiths, which I want to set to the better quality tools right now. Well, we have 1,000 tools in stock. So let's kind of keep that in mind. We got about 1,000 tools. Let's see, make sure you're pinned. Let's set you guys to carbon steel tools, which is going to take twice as much iron and twice as much coal. So we're going to have to really check that out and keep an eye on it, make sure we can handle it. But we're going to have such better quality tools there, they should need them much less. So we're actually going to need fewer tools to get by. But real quickly, coal, 1,200, 1,100, and iron, right over here, 1,500. So we got plenty of materials. So I would imagine there's more work involved too. Everything that is made here has a quantity of work assigned to it and a quantity of time, meaning you work it and you so many times that you do that work to complete it. So I would imagine that the better quality tools either have more times the work or more works per time or something. So it's going to take longer to make these. That would at least make sense. I didn't look at the chart to verify that, but that sounds logical. So it's going to take longer to make these tools, but the reward I think is worth it. But I don't want to destroy these and move them over to right here and build them again. That seems foolish. But if we were to take an L shape right here, do one more little farmhouse and fence and a row of trees and kind of block off this look. These are kind of like, you know, well, I guess not really storefronts. No, not really. They're out here working. Okay. I was going to say, too bad this wasn't turned around, faced in, and a nice road in between, but nope, that'll be fine. So I'm thinking about moving the forge back a little further, moving this guy, the iron mine, back a little further. Then we can get because that's about the only other need for the material warehouse in this area, is for the coal and iron that are going to come out of these things. Silver ore does go into this too. Okay. And the gold ore. But the gems do not, right? Aren't the gems a dry good? Who knows where we're storing the gems? Problem with having... nope, I killed it again. Oh, I just noticed something. I noticed the game was really lagging, and it's this guy. We've already gotten to the point where we're starting to push at least my computer's resources. Okay. Yeah, much better. Alright, I'm going to go without that now. Problem with having markets is that your rough gems tend to not stay where you want them to. All of these vendors are fighting to steal all of your goods. Food should be through the roof. Well, they've hauled most of it out, and we're still at 34,000 only. Wow. Trade, we have not brought a lot of it back in either. Okay, what have you got? You have brought us trade horses. Don't want to deal with that right now. You have brought us hardwood. Let's not buy tools. We're going to make them. I'm not seeing anything we really need to get. I didn't check the iron ore. I only checked the iron. Let's take a peek at the iron ore. There we go. Iron tools. Iron ore 1,000. Okay, we could use a little more of that. We're going to burn through that pretty quick. What does iron ore cost? It only costs 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and just grab that. I want to have enough to not have to think about it while Vaypah is decorating after me and isn't thinking about it. So I need to surplus a lot of stuff. So 500 in furniture. That's 2,000. Okay. So 10, 21. What's that do? 22 and change. So 16 more. So 4 of these guys. Alright, so that takes care of that. There's nothing else here that's real important, right? We grabbed a whole bunch of firewood last time, and we're going to deal with firewood this episode. No, I think we're good there. So trade you. Oh, that trade didn't take. Never mind. I've noticed that maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not holding it in the exact same pixel when I click. Instead, I click and grab the next thing and I lose it. So sometimes it takes 2 or 3 clicks because I move as I click. So, lost that one. Okay. Anyway, I want to get the traders moved this episode. You're waiting for me too. Pigs, horses, nope, don't need you guys. Dismiss. And let's get you in there. Good. And you instantly filled up and maxed out. And there is a dry goods trader. That would be bringing us feathers, which would get going again on the, well, the, what you call it, the survival codes. Because feathers had taken a dump. Well, we're up to 500 again. Okay, well, that's good. But we're also hurting really bad on leather. Do that one. Notice we're not making our pea coats anymore. Leather 0. Yeah, so we've got to get leather coming in more, which means we have lots of wool, and this was set for wool coats as well, correct? Wool coats, yeah. So let's give the leather a break and go for wool coats for a while. So wool coats for everybody, 1 worker each. We'll go that route. And maybe just 1 pea coat going. Yeah, we could do that. As the leather does come in, he'll take it. Alright, so wool coat for you, and just 1. I'm afraid we're going to work through that leather faster, or wool faster than we can handle. You're going to stay there at 1. Right there. So take it down to 3. Now I'm second guessing myself. Let's go at least 2 in 1 of these guys. I think we can handle 3 in 1. Okay, we'll do that. So over here, whoa, they took it down. Boy, I'm not used to having 47 laborers. Wow. Okay, so I want the, let's think here, warehouses, material. Aimed where? I mean, we're going to face out there. But it'd be nice. Actually, I'm going to tuck him up into there. And I'm going to road around. Let's do something here. Vapah's using stone. I usually use keystone, but let's go with stone to match that. Stone road, front of here, and out into here. We'll do that. So these guys can walk in, these guys can walk in. Yeah, we probably should just run it right on out. That gives us a little space here to do something else. What else is there as far as the warehouses? Is there room for one of the smaller warehouses? Did I leave enough? Where is that? There? Yeah. Any of these. There is, but only 1. Unless I kick that over 1. Okay. What would go here? Wood's going to be out there. Fuel's going to be out there. So that leaves stone and iron. And I don't see a need for either of them. So I would say no. It doesn't make sense just to drop it in there because it fits. But what I want to do over here to supplement all of this is, let's get that up so I can watch it build. You're done. And actually, where did that go? Right there. That's 2 students. 4, 6, 8, 10. That must be 20. I'm going to guess there's 20 in there. You're out of something. I want to get I'm a little worried about them being able to walk through here. And I'm also worried about needing to cut this open into a quick little canal if we want to boat into somewhere else and do something different later. So I'm thinking about going in with a dock bridge rather than docks. So they can walk this way, they can get to this side easy enough, and boats can technically get through it. You know, the game will count it as a bridge. It looks funny watching a boat sneak underneath all of these piers or posts. Piers? Is that what these are? I'm trying to remember the name of the stilts, the name of the uprights. But it does work. So if we bridge across here, then we can put that kiln in. We can also put in red ketchups. That's not it. It's here. Okay, how did I lose it? It's there. Okay. A different tree. Not that tree, but that... It's the same symbol. Oh, that's going to hurt. He's got a clay pit. Clay pit. So that could really help by not having to dot all the shoreline with shore houses. We can get a clay pit in here. And boy, it would be neat if that had the option of doing sand as well. Now, what else did sand? I don't think anything else did. We have a stone and salt mine. I don't think anything else did sand except these guys. Okay, well, we'll let that one build. And then we'll kind of add another 4 of these right in here and get that going. Get the kiln going and see what that's all about over there. So over in here, I want to get some kind of a wood industry going. And unfortunately, this is so dense, I can't even see the road. I'm assuming that... I know I put a diagonal road in. I just don't know where I ended it. Dare I cut a bunch of that out? I could. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see here. This guy... I don't want to sidetrack too much of what our laborers are doing. Just kind of piece in and out around this road here so I can see what's going on. Alright, we'll let them cut that up. This is full, unfortunately. So this perimeter is actually... Oh, it's so hard to see. I think it's right about here. What I'm thinking about is putting a road across and putting another one in here. So we'll have a good source of trees that will take the place of this source that I want to pull out of here. Bring industry back into here a little further and get maybe some more farming down in here. I also want to get a bunch of rice paddies going. Rice farms. Get more food coming in that way. So, alright, we'll let them clear that out. Where next? I can't just concentrate on one place because it takes, at a slower speed, it takes them a long time to do it. So I can just keep working from one area to another while I'm waiting. Oh, our 6 are no longer question marks over here. So we did get a bunch of miners dumped in. What's it take to fill these back up? Oh, he came in at 15. That's what it was. Now, who was it that did that? That was this guy? 5. This guy? It was the quarry. That's what it was. Alright, let's take you back down. Now we'll go down to 10 for now. There, now we're happy. Okay, lots of stone coming in. I am wanting to increase the walking speed through this area, so let's get stone roads through here. And probably from this point, grab the shift. Something like that. So that out of every one of the mines, we're going to be able to walk to somewhere quickly. Let's get that one going. We'll fine-tune it later. Alright, so food 38. We are autumn. Everything is harvested and picked up. He is slowing down because he wasn't set to labor pickup. He was on farmer pickup. So this farmer is having to walk over, drop it off, take another 2 rows out, walk over, drop it off, take another 2 rows out. He's the one that didn't make it. As far as he's the slowest one. So that's the advantage of the labor pickup. Everything else is set correctly. You, 16 of 16 sheep. I don't know that we've had a full year here. Only 48 wool. I'm really surprised. I really thought these guys did a lot better than the wool pens. Kathy had made a comment to take a second look at that that these guys really do well in wool. They don't do as well in food, but they do well in wool. So if wool is your goal, then they're the route to go, unless you've got room for one massive pen. So I'll keep that one in mind as we get closer to that. So how are we doing over here? Don't know. How do we want to do this? That kind of cuts right there. They're going to cut into our gatherer zone a little bit. But I want to get the sawmills over here. I want to get firewood over there. Probably furniture making over there. Actually, both furnitures. I wonder if we can get hardwood in here somewhere too. All of them have a smaller circle. This guy has a smaller circle. The hardwood has about the same size circle. It's only this guy that has a much larger one. Do we hardwood over here? I don't really want to take a bridge across this whole thing, though. We could try putting a stone pathway around. Huh. Well, let's start relocating things. Let's get a, well, I was going to say a couple of sawmills, but I wonder what is better. Firewood out of this guy, or firewood out of your traditional, where is that, here? No. Where's firewood? Raw materials. That is raw materials. No, it is over here. Okay. So the logs are raw materials, and this is a secondary. Okay. So this guy right... That's not him right there. I want to find out who does better. So we're going to do some comparing. I'm going to put this guy in somewhere. Right there. Versus a sawmill, which could be water, meaning this guy. How are we doing on lumber? Do I need to build 2 of them? Or do we have enough lumber to get us by until... Lumber. There you are. 1100. We got plenty. Let's just build 1. And use it for firewood to compare against this guy, which I lost. And after we're done with the comparison, we could switch him back over to lumber. Now, the problem with that is I was thinking of a water wheel version. I don't know how it compares to this guy. So I guess we're not really going apples to apples. But that would get a building off onto the shore and give us a little more footprint for other buildings in this area. So that seems better to do. Let's see. I want to get into here. Wood. This guy. Water wheel sawmill. Up in here. So where is that other building? That's right there. So I've went off to this side. Kind of like that. Oh, so close. There it is. I have actually a few places. So let's go up as far as we can go. We're going to go right there. So that one right there. So we've got the woodcutter and the sawmill. We just lost Anna the packer. Died during childbirth. And what else goes up here? We've got furniture, and we've got furnace fuel. So those are some of the goals to get up here. As well, we're going to need some housing up here to supply all of this. We could go this route for the housing. Get them off a little bit. So that means we're going to want the furnace fuel, and is that the only dirty thing that's going out here? I think so. So the fuel refinery. Let's get off to this side over here. Ah, we're dropping trees. Good. I'm gonna wait. I want to be able to see our pathway and figure out where to road all of this. So let's let that build for a while. Let's go off over in this direction. let's think about this. Food supplier, I think we're going to put over here, because I only have room for 3 over here. This house kind of took a footprint. And even then, if I were to lay another one sideways right here, the boats would almost overlap each other. It's too tight. Straight across works, but in an L it doesn't. So sticking another one right there is not going to work out that well. Food, 40,000. I think we're going to skip them this time unless there's something real important coming in. Bamboo, I think we're going to not worry so much about that at the moment. Tallow, I think we have lots of. Pretty sure the last episode the Night Ghost did showed a whole bunch of tallow in inventory. Milk. There's something that you can never get enough of. Alright, let's do that one. I believe we've got a dairy. If not, we'll stick one in real quick. I think there's one over there. So milk, yes. Anything else in here that's like that? I don't think so. It's only 50 tallow. Wheat. Now, we're going to call it good. So 2,000 of you. We still have all kinds of clothes here. So we're going to go ahead with the survival coats again. I'll see if I can remember from last time. Was it 133? It was. Now we need 5. I don't have the same change over here. I don't have any change over here. So 1 candle. And trade and dismiss. And let's put, let's see, 20 lumber. Lumber L. There you are. And 20 bone meal. Here's our change. Alright, so you're done. No other merchants? No other merchants. Okay. So, I want to move traders over. I want to kind of glance through the town right now. What little angry messages are floating around at me? Nope, can't see the road anyway because of the snow. Died of old age. You were the shoreman. Okay. So let's think about these traders. This guy we want to move. He is the farm supplier. And I'm thinking first off I want to get the dry goods trader in. That's something I've never really built with before. Never traded dry goods. But I could see a use for it here. So I need to build up a little bit so these guys can match. Is there any reason to put a space in between? No, I think we'll make it one big complex. So 1 space in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 times a 6 by 2. 1 space in. That's what I've got to raise up. Oh, it'll tell me right there. 6 by 2. Alright, so delete that. See, it didn't grab it first try. And traders. That guy, right? Yeah. Trader, dry goods. There you are. Alright, you go in there. And then this guy was the farm. Now, what do we have to do to get him in? Farm. Right here. Against the road. Actually, just raise up 3 squares. Okay, so 2 of them from that edge. And then 1 diagonal in. Theoretically, that does it. Farm. Missed it. Theoretically. Alright, we're just going to do that whole little area there. Alright, try it again. Okay. So these guys drop over here, and that's going to slow us down. Even though it's a building site, it's going to count it as if we had the town hall pinned up here. We've got this little symbol right here, which actually is not doing too bad. Now if I pop the town hall back in, that's not it. There he is. That really slows us down. Kind of a boom, 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 boom in his movement. Yeah, that's better. So the town hall counts as more of a dynamic menu, apparently, than the traders do, as far as slowing the game down. Alright, so those guys are moved. I could probably start taking this guy out. Don't really need seeds or animals at this moment. So take him out, which gets us one step closer to seeing if the trader will once again take the river. I can see no, I can't. I was going to say dropping the land right here and making this part of it, but it will leave voids in the water right there. So that's probably not the best plan. But let's go ahead and take him out. And again, they will pull the material, the supplies out of there before, so I'm not going to lose anything. You are right there. Good. So now, the glass, clay sand, silver ore, unfortunately, building supplies, good. Homewares will drop in here. Homewares is also needing furniture, which is going to be the one big issue, because that's going to be made out here now. So furniture is going to be out over there. Pottery is over here. So by getting rid of this guy, the pottery may be forced to drop over here and be available for the homewares. So let's dump this guy. They're going to dump it into here, and that'll be more centrally located. Brick, glass, iron. So iron is going to be a problem if we're doubling the iron on our tool production. So we got to think about that. Now, who are you? Citizen without a job. Oh, I just got rid of a trader. Okay. So let's do this and right there. Oh, we're in. Oh, good. Okay, let's work in this area. See, they're doing it faster than I am. Even at speed 1, they're still keeping ahead of me. No problem there. That's done. That goes up there. Nothing here has built. Alright, so shore houses. We're doubled up on our workers here already. Want at least 2 sand shore houses. Let's get the pit in so we can see what it does. See if I can find that again. Should be in raw resources, but it's not. It's here, there. Clay pit. Okay. It's got a nice look to it. It enters from this side. So if we entered from there, put it not necessarily right on the road. No, we could take a path into that and just kind of have it sitting amongst the trees in there. But let's kick it back far enough just in case the shore houses. How far do the shore houses need to be to get in there? Shore houses are there. Okay. So right in there. There, pit. So that should be plenty of room there. Okay, that's going to go there. Keep an eye on that one. What was that last one? Merchant came in. That wasn't the right button. Which merchant are you? You are on your way to somewhere else. You are... nothing that we need. Stone's good, logs are good, iron's good, dismiss. Okay. You... were intended for here and gave up? That must be what is going on there. Okay. Well, that's what it is. Don't like to see merchants go through and not stop. That's a little worrisome. Alright, so what I want to know is, can this guy make sand as well? Are there any choices? I've never built this building, so we're going to let that one build. So what else can be done? We queued up a pathway in here, and it looks like they have put it in. Good. Alright. Still lots of trees, and we are just coming out of winter. There's our path. What I needed to know is, where did it end? Did it go through? I still can't see in there. There's something right there, but that might be a tree trunk. Alright, let's take more out. Oh, I see. Red is the trees. I was thinking, what is the obstacle in there? Because that is a perfectly straight line. Huh. Oh well. Let's just do that. Let's get to see a little more of what's going on in there. Alright, so once that is done, let's see, we're building these guys. We're building these guys. We want to kind of redo storage in this area for them. What was that? Killed by a cave-in. Esteban, the miner. So, barns over here, kind of in the same way that we've got this. Huh, is this close enough? What's going to be coming out of these guys? Dry goods are going to be coming out of here, and materials are going to come out of here. Otherwise, we have seeds and livestock, so they don't hang around. So these guys are probably close enough. I don't really need to put 2 more barns right there. A dry goods storage over here would be a good idea. I'm thinking about bringing him out to the front. I think I like that better, just for the appearance of it. So let's do that. You are there. After a while, these symbols just kind of blur for me. you stare at them so long, they start to lose their meaning. So I think there any reason to. How would you decorate this? I mean, I can see putting a crane or something over in here. I'm curious. Can I put a big one and 2 small ones on each side? If we were to actually pull these out and redo this with cranes out front. Well, the cranes really wouldn't make sense. They would need to be like this one, pulling it off the boats. Trying to think like Vaypah. I'm failing miserably. Okay, footprints. 3, 3, 3, 3. Pop that in just for a space holder. It does work to get all 5 right across the front of this road here. Seems like a waste of time and resources to rebuild it, but I think I want to do that. Alright, I'm going to do it. Are we actually doing anything here? We've got a little bit in there. No, well, we're maxed out on iron because we've been buying it here. Okay, and nothing else there. Let's do that. Let's take these guys out. So that's going to go across here. The greenhouse, I think we're going to get both of them in, like there or out over here. Food is going to go over here. What was that? Another death. Eduardo, the stonecutter, was crushed by a rock. Food's going to go over here. Which means a couple more barns over here. These, I'm debating what to do with these. It didn't really work. Well, the plan was to have a sample orchard of all the different kinds of trees. And then if Vaypah needed a pear or a peach to put into the town somewhere, he could turn that on, and they would start supplying that into the inventory, and they'd have building materials to go and build that tree. That was the plan, and nobody really seemed to follow up on it. So now I'm debating whether that's worth it. Or if it is worth it, maybe down in here, a bank of 10 of them. Off, away from everything. Entering the town with it does seem kind of odd. So I think I'm going to do that as well. That's cleared out. Question is, do we put food right here or do we put it over here? Everything over here is fine. Okay. Let's just find it and take a look at it. Trader, food. Looks like what? Food's right there. See, we're on a diagonal over here, so we're going to be off to a side, or else we're going to have to really edit the ground. Whereas over here, it's done. And we can get over here as well. To me, that sticks too far into the river, though. let's go back over here with it. Alright, there's the food one. That... Farm supplier. No? Did I not mark these? Oh. Oh, they're hiding under there. Okay, they're right there. So you go there, but you two will build sooner. Alright, so that's happening, which means this guy moves out of here, and there's no reason now. Oh, look at that, look at that. We did it. We got the boats back on the river. Alright, we don't need to snip through this and uglify it. Good. Alright then, well that was a definite bonus. I would have thought they'd have had that out. We're hurting that bad on okay, stockpile. Let's just throw in a quick temporary stockpile over here. And we'll just make it wood. Let's see, let's do... Trying to... Nope, got one in there. Trying to get it to build instantly so we don't have to go out here and build this thing. So I've got to find a space that has no obstacles. Which isn't easy to do. Guess we just do a long one. I still got an obstacle in there. Oh well. A little more space for just a few more logs so I can see what's going on in there. Move that one, get the other forester in there, and then I'll get a sense of where the roads are and be able to put some buildings right in here. Another merchant came in. You're being taken out. I'm not going to take this one out until this builds. And actually I could. That's right, I forgot I did that. You go away. I could go ahead and lay these out. So I am thinking that it would look best to put in the... See if I can figure out where to place it. This guy in the middle. And if he sits back a space... Alright, so 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. So he goes right there. Now he sits back a space. A little room to do something in front of it. And the question is, do we line up the backs or do we line up the fronts? I think we line up the backs. These guys are definitely smaller buildings, so it makes sense that the bigger building protrudes out the front. So you are... Something just came in. Wood storage. Yeah, we'll leave the wood. So we're going to build everything else. So iron, in fact... Didn't think about that. Iron is right there. We're going to reclaim iron. We'll tear it down once the new iron one builds. That's the only one that's going to be the most time consuming to move everybody out of here. So these guys, iron is going to go next. Well, wood and fuel, kind of put them together. Right there. Wood, fuel, and then stone, iron. And this guy, let's pray. No, that guy. That guy. Wrong one. Iron, where are you? There you are. Alright, prioritize iron and get that one done. And we are early spring. We could also... We don't have any fields to pick up right now. What do you say we prioritize this area? Get that one done. But first of all, let's prioritize that stockpile. Get that one tree taken out, or whatever it was. Alright, farm supplier. Oops, wrong button. What's the question mark hiding in here? Oh, okay, let's get you going too. You are hiding, woodcutter. Let's get 2 in there. Now, it says we already have 2. Oh, that's the sawmill. Okay. So we'll do that. Waterwheel sawmill is next. You'll become a great big window when you're done. So let's go think about farm supplier. What was that? We lost Xandel, the farmer, died unexpectedly. Huh. That's a little different. You're sitting here. 36. Alright, let's go ahead and do another major purchase. Get rid of our iron tools. Don't need those in our inventory anymore. 487. Don't have any flax over here. Now the issue is that with adding so many mods together, you start to stack similarities that aren't quite similar enough. Ended up with 3 different kinds of flax in the game. So to start normalizing them into one kind, you had to make sure the other ones didn't exist in the map anymore, or you get a crash. So we had a little bit of an issue with that. That's probably going to remain throughout the length of this series. There's 2 flaxes already in here that we can't get rid of. So that's one thing that'll probably be changed in the MegaMod after this series is done, just to give us a break. Candles, I really don't want to spend those. Furniture, we got none. There's not much here. So we'll just do the 38.96 in food. And what is a food that is the most helpful besides hardtack? Alright, we'll get them some fruitcake to offset the hardtack. And how about some nice bread? Yep, home-cooked bread. And where are we at? 896 of something else. This is a baker. I was noticing this is all grains. Uh-huh. So grains, may as well grab some of what we're using, which is wheat. Am I not seeing wheat? I'm not seeing wheat. Okay. Oats we're using for the domesticated animals, so we'll do that instead. So 896. And let me think here. We do have a lot of candles. Let's go ahead and do this one time and get another 480. Actually, let's take this down to 0. And we'll get 1376. We'll go ahead and get as many oats as we can. That didn't work. 76. There we go. So trade and dismiss you, and you're done. And dry goods just came in. Alright. So let's do a little thinking here. You're going away. And we can get rid of you right now. You had in you... Let's go this way. Trade. Alright, bone meal and lumber for change. We can get that established right off the bat. So, bone meal 20 and bone meal 20. Candles. I don't want to make those a staple for trading. They're nice as a backup plan. Let's do something more like 40 in each. We'll do other more worthy items as our main trade goods. Rolling through here, 10 domesticated animals. That's probably worth dumping into them. It's only 10, but that's 2,500 right there, so that's a good chunk. And what else have we been using? Furniture. We're going to start really making a lot of that. So I think we'll stick to the 100 each. So roll down into the F's. Furniture, 100. Alright, what else were we dealing with? We're dealing with clothes in the food supplier. That's going to be a little more difficult to do. 20 lumber was also changed. Sawmill is in. You guys going to stay? You are. Sawmill, let's get you going. Sawmill was going to temporarily make firewood out of logs just to see how that worked. So put in 2. Alright, get you going. And I don't need to see this again, right? Fuel limit, we're fine. Materials, we're doing fine. Alright, you're done. Go back over there. Everything else is doing fine. We're about to take out that guy. So what else were we using? Peacoat's 1,000. Eventually we're going to get back to that. But right now we don't have it. So let's... As a reminder that we want to get back to that, let's go to like 200 each. There you are. I'm sure Night Ghost will go through and readjust this to what makes more sense to him. I'm dumping a variety in everything, so I don't know what we're going to actually need in the future. Hopefully we're not going to be needing lots, because 500, because I want to get the map pretty much self-sustaining. So we're not going to be, really depending on this. Survival, 500. So is that pretty much it? And 1,000 wool coats, so 500 wool coats each. That guy, and that guy. Alright, so, and let's see, let's normalize at 4 each for now. And we'll just shut you down. So, delete you. And let's look at traders. Oops, wrong one. Of 11. Yep, that should work. Okay, back to the top. Am I at that 15-minute mark again? That doesn't seem possible. Storage. Which storage? Oh, you're in this area. Okay. So we're tearing you down so we can flip you around. You're waiting until you're built. So I want to see that one happen. Alright, how's our road over here? Alright, so we did have a road in there. That's what I wasn't sure of. I knew it went at least as far as the middle, but I could not tell where it went after that. Where's north? This way. Let's head over this way and then jump across. Now if we canal over here, let's give a little room. Let's jump right there. So what goes across there? This may potentially have boats going through there. What would look good? I guess a drawbridge, but that's a short little drawbridge, isn't it? Can a drawbridge be that short? It can. Alright, you're going to be a funky little short drawbridge. You're going in there. This right now is still dirt roads. It's going to have to be improved later. But for the moment, we'll go ahead and just continue that pattern. So where did that end? Right there. And we are heading to this drawbridge, which I've already lost. So we'll just do that, and we'll make the connection later. Alright, so once that goes through, we want to get another dense forester up in this area. Let's pop over here real quick. That guy is in. So you go away. And why are you taking so long? 104% demolished. That was odd. Okay, let's get the replacement one of these in. That was logs. Back 2. Because you are fuel, and you are stone, and you are iron. Great. So where do I end this thing? Medieval Pit has not gone in yet. So we're still waiting on that. We did get this in. We did tear this one out. Alright. So this guy is getting pretty much all that we need for this area. That's good. Very specialized, very localized. This guy is needed for the silver ore, but I'm thinking about taking him down this area a little bit further. So kind of separate what gets dropped into here and what gets dropped over here. A little bit of space in between. I hate turning these episodes off. I could sit here for 3 or 4 hours. Really enjoy this game. This goes away. May as well do that now. And he goes away. So 1, 2. This doesn't feel right anymore. This was a quick patch to get warehouses in so we can get rid of all of those stockpiles. But it just doesn't feel like it belongs right here anymore. Logs are going to be up there. Fuel is going to be up there. There is no stone and no iron in this area. So that needs to be reevaluated. There's a lot of stuff sitting in there, except for wood and fuel, which actually come from this area. That's weird. Alright. Oh, look at that. He did go in there. So by adding these in, we broke it again. That's a shame. No, well, were you headed for this one? I don't know. We'll have to check that one out next time. So, am I done? Don't want to be, but I think I am. Next time we're going to get more heavily into here. Figure out how the rest of the wood industry is going to be set up. And then probably fine-tune the trading over there. So let's call this one done. This has been Noble Rambler. Thank you guys for watching. And remember to head over to NightGhost49's channel and Vaypah Gaming's channel and check out other episodes of this series and all the different series that they've got going on, whether in Banished or the other different games that they're using. And I will catch you next time. I've still got several episodes coming out of my channel for the G.E.O.R.G.E series. So tune back here tomorrow. Bye-bye, folks.